If your life feels stuck, it's not fear holding you back, it's comfort. Not comfort as relief, comfort as familiar. Your mind doesn't cling to pain because it enjoys it. It clings to pain because it recognizes it. There are problems you don't solve because they've become predictable. You return to the same conversations, the same doubts, the same explanations. You call it overthinking. You call it being realistic. You call it just how you are. But underneath the label is a quieter truth. Repetition starts to feel like protection. Most people think the mind prefers comfort. It doesn't. It prefers continuity. Your brain is not designed to create a meaningful life. It's designed to predict what comes next. And prediction depends on patterns. Not good patterns, just patterns. A familiar problem is easier to forecast than unfamiliar peace. A known disappointment is easier to prepare for than a new beginning. So the mind does something strange. It treats the known as safe, even when it hurts. Not because it's kind, because it's consistent. Over time, the pattern stops feeling external. It starts to feel like you. This is the quiet trap. When a loop repeats long enough, it stops being a situation. It becomes a self-description. You don't just experience stagnation. You become someone who always gets stuck. You don't just feel exhausted. You become someone who's always tired. You don't just have habits that drain you. You become someone who can't change. And once the mind installs an identity, it defends it, not with logic, with repetition. Because repetition is proof to a predictive brain. If it happened before, it must be real. If it's real, it must be you. Then something shifts. You finally face a different option, and instead of relief, you feel resistance. Not panic, more like discomfort. The silence feels wrong, not because something is wrong, but because the pattern isn't there anymore. And the mind doesn't know who it is without it. So it calls the unfamiliar danger. It calls the open door risk. It calls the calm emptiness. What looks like fear is often something closer to withdrawal, not from a substance, from a story you've repeated until it felt like home. This is why change can feel like losing yourself, because a part of you was built out of the struggle. And when the struggle loosens its grip, the mind reaches for it, not because it loves the pain, but because it recognizes the pattern. So if you feel resistance when things begin to open, don't mistake it for a sign you should go back. It may simply be the mind losing its oldest map. What you call fear is often withdrawal.